Hey YouTube, Ziggy here.
Hey guys, Isrin here.
Hey everyone, so I was literally just about to go to bed.
Hi, Scissorin here. Scissorin here with Scissorin here. Scissorin here with Scissorin here. Hi, Scissorin here. And welcome to my channel. Wow, that looks like my girlfriend. Sharks is the best one. Go away! Leave! I believe in Sharknado, and you should too. Vote Sharknado to go away! That says a lot. What? Excellent Outland will be hell on Earth? Yes. Yes, it will. Oh my god! Nothing prepared me for that! So creative. Oh! Oh! We made so much money! Oh! Oh. Scripted! Scripted! That's our card! That's our community card! We made this! That is, oh my, this is the undisputed best axe in the game for Duelist, for Banquet, fucking Banquet. Oh god, this is not looking good.
My stream with 15 viewers.
Hurricane, they're so big. How's everybody doing? I like to do this during intro sometimes. What year is it? Yeah, I randomly saw Landmark playing it and I was like, well, I haven't played this in so long. Servers are down. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. The bear is a go? Yeah, oh, I'm so fucked, actually. Wait, he can't eat me. Not big enough. But yeah, I'm about to watch the Ziggy D video. The intro video is so good, one of the better ones. Well, thank you. Oh no, I got eaten. It's all ogre. Alright. Food eaten, $5.99. Highest mass, 1376. Congrats for Kappa and Tarkov. Thank you. I did achieve Kappa. Hello, Loki Ripper. I did achieve my Kappa. So I have that now. Very exciting. That's crazy fast. Especially this wipe. It's a rough wipe to do Kappa. I got a haircut today, and then I got a 2-hands massage for 90 minutes. It was really nice. So it's getting tag teamed for 90 minutes of bliss. It's good. I needed that. Pretty good. Played since Alpha. Never had Kappa. Oh, damn. I don't come around enough. Did you ever land on a tattoo idea? You mean for the, like, the 40k subs tattoo? Yeah, I got a tattoo. Two hands. Well, sometimes you need 2 hands when it's... I love how all the streamers were dooming at the showcase and said ZDPS and Druid looks dog shit. Okay, I don't want to be lumped in under all streamers. Because I said, chat, calm down. They always show ZDPS. So, can I not be lumped in with that? I'm not under all streamers. Okay? Okay? Bear has the deeps. All streamers said that. Do you know what? I will fuck you up. Most streamers then, that's fair. I agree with you. Most streamers are pussies. 114,000 view video. You know, I will say I'm slightly jealous of Ziggy. I am slightly jealous. Especially just like living location wise, like being that close to GGG is just so handy. I wouldn't want to be that close to GGG. I wouldn't want to live in Australia or New Zealand, but I am slightly jealous. I wish I could teleport. That would solve my issues.
G'day folks, Ziggy here.
G'day folks.
G'day folks. G'day folks. G'day folks.
Ziggy gets everything nerfed for us? True. Why does Ziggy get to do this? Why doesn't their marketing do this? Isn't this weird? I mean, I guess they just want to give him opportunities. That's their prerogative. They do interviews with me and other creators too. I'm surprised that so many streamers are unaware that's for demo purposes. It's a little bit of that, but it's also a little bit that, like, big reactions. Like, you get more publicity by having a, oh my god, DDD, this is fucking dog shit, than my reaction saying, guys, calm down. Like, this is what they always do for videos. Like, no one's gonna share videos about me saying that, right? Anyway, let's watch the G'day My Ziggy video, and then, I will react and talk. Have you ever done a split screen playthrough? I have never done a split screen playthrough. Or did me and Steel do that? I think me and Steel did that. Or me and Helena. Yeah, for a sub goal. Anyway. Oh wait, am I on Chrome? Yeah, okay, cool. Just making sure that YouTube has audio. Hi, it's Ishern here. We have just gotten a Druid hands-on video from Ziggy fucking D, mate. G'day, mate. Ziggy here. So I'm gonna watch that and react to that. If you just want to watch the actual video, obviously go watch that on Ziggy's channel. I'm gonna be pausing and talking about anything I feel like is noteworthy and reacting my hardest little heart out. So that's what we're gonna do in this video.
G'day folks, Ziggy here with a hands-on preview
Mom,
for the Druid.
I love you.
We'll take a look at the shape-shifting forms, Druid spells, and how the new class plays overall in the early campaign. I got a chance to record this.
Did he go straight here and have this much damage? Isn't this nuts already? Isn't this like 4x the damage of any other class at level 2?
This when I went to the studio to host the Q&A, thanks to Grinding Gear Games for covering my flights to do so. Keep in mind that as this was recorded more than a week from launch, it's non-final and stuff can and already has changed from what you'll see here. The new Druid archetype is flavoured by the combination of elemental and nature magic combined with shape-shifting into various beast forms. It does the...
It's a bit pad, he has a +2 weapon. Wait, are you saying at level 2 he has a +2 weapon? Is that true? Can you even get a +2 weapon at level 2? I don't think that as like a level 6 or 8 requirement. It doesn't have a level 2 requirement. From Miller. Oh, okay, that does change things a lot.
Rare and challenging action RPG task of giving us the potential to play a hybrid of spells and attacks. The human form is where your spellcasting happens, and your beast forms are where your melee happens.
He gets the +2 weapon later in the video. Wait, so he doesn't have it in the thing that I was remarking on then. +2 is not that big. It is, but...
Not natural, this. Air's gone sour.
When you start on the beach, this is brought home when you immediately find a staff with lightning bolt to begin spellcasting. However, that is quickly followed by looting the new melee weapon type, a talisman. Talismans function just like any other melee weapon in terms of where your damage comes from. They scale just like a mace would, for example, with increased physical damage and attack speed. But unique to talismans, they give you the ability to select a shapeshift form using this UI element. Werewolf and bear form is what you have initially, with wyvern unlocking a little bit later on. This choice doesn't lock you into a form, but rather it just grants you the basic attack of the chosen form. Whenever you use one of these talisman attacks or any other shapeshift ability, you'll automatically shapeshift into that form.
Who's a good doggy?
The basic abilities of each form are fairly straightforward, with the potential for a little bit more complexity as you go and unlock other pieces that they can combo with. The bear's maul grants rage on hit, while the werewolf's form, for example, creates exploding chunks of ice on attacking frozen enemies. So they're designed to support or reward the other shapeshift skills that you unlock later on.
Feels familiar somehow.
Each of the three forms also comes with passive effects and mechanics. The version I played was likely non-final in this regard, but for example, Bear had defensive boosts and generated endurance charges when rage was consumed, while the werewolf gets a sizable out-of-combat movement speed buff, which you can see in its movement as it drops to all fours. You quickly also get your first actual gem on the beach here, Volcano.
By primal will.
This is a spell that causes an explosion and spits fire projectiles for a long duration. There's a running theme with a lot of the Druid spells that they provide some sort of ongoing benefit and that they often synergize with things that you can do while shapeshifted. This is all to support that idea of hybrid spells and melee shapeshifting, because after all, if it was something a little bit more limited, like a fireball for example, then you have to make a clear decision between whether you use a fireball or one of the shapeshifted attacks. In this case, you can place spells, they'll continue to do stuff while you're shapeshifted. Perfect. More on Volcano later. For now though, we can fight the Miller with Volcanoes and follow up with lightning strikes from the staff if we choose, or with...
That is way more than the auto attack from Warrior, which is already quite a lot of damage, and like now he only has a white weapon.
Our chosen shapeshift forms melee, which is obviously what I go for.
Still breathing? That's a start. Sleep now, whatever's left of ye.
The first uncut gem expands your options with the Entangle spell, Lunar Assault for Wolf, and Furious
Wait, he doesn't get a +2 talisman from the Miller.
Slam for Bear. I'll test all of them as we go,
What
don't worry,
a
but I
liar.
decided to kick off with focusing on the Bear's Slam combination first. The Bear's basic attack Maul generates Rage on hit, and Furious Slam spends Rage to empower itself with a more powerful explosion that leaves behind jagged ground.
He gets it from the temple, but that's not the Miller.
The fact that you're spending
gets it
Rage
here.
also means that this constantly maintains endurance charges due to the Bear's passive bonus. Rage has been simplified across the game.
But there's no benefit to this, right? I'm not tripping, right? Endurance charges have no passive benefit. Like, you have to spend them. Okay, cool, I'm not tripping.
With Rage spenders now more consistently costing 10 Rage, and a new visual effect shows in your character
Damage looks really
to
good,
indicate
though.
that you have at least 10 Rage, making you glow, even in shapeshifted forms too. So this means that whenever you're glowing, you know that you can use a Rage spender. I find the Devourer first up, so we get the first test of our metal a little bit early.
Aye, this reeks of the
This looks really
Devourer's
good.
lair.
And here we get to see a bit of the potential power of the Bear Styles combos.
See, the gem had +2 on it. Huh? Where?
To the Devourer's lair.
Of the
Where does the
First
gem
test
have
of it.
+2 on it? +2 from levels. But that's not that much damage. Like, at least what we're seeing right now is way more damage than the auto attack of having a two-handed mace with +2 this early. Like, this is more damage than the warrior with the same amount of gear.
our metal a little bit. And here we get
Another soul.
So volcanoes spit fire globs at an even pace, but slamming them causes an extra set of projectiles to fire. So placing volcanoes on bosses and bear slamming them while generating and spending rage is a simple and chunky feeling combo, and it makes pretty short work of the Devourer here.
Okay.
You've gorged on the good folk of Clairfell long enough.
With the first support gem, I grabbed Fist of War to empower the Furious Slam, which plays very smoothly. It's perfect pairing with this, as you naturally tend to space out the slams anyway as you move around or as you generate rage with Maul. So the double empowered slams that you get from Rage and Fist of War also very satisfying. So pretty happy with that as a first support.
Okay, so it's
gem
+2 and
choice for
25
this
fire damage.
playstyle.
That's not crazy.
There was some other interesting options there though, such as Overabundance and Burgeon for Volcano. So Overabundance lets you have a max of 2 volcanoes out instead of 1 at the cost of 50% less duration, which I think is a pretty good idea in many cases. Brings them down to something like 4 seconds maybe. But I think that's a very good trade-off because you can slam multiple of them down really fast, get a lot more burst on bosses, and have your slams triggering 2 volcanoes at once. So I run into my first of the League's Val encounters around here. These are just simple sacrifice platforms, basically kill monster in circle. Thankfully, they aren't even too strict about you needing to be in the circle. You just kill monster from the circle. So this video is primarily about the Druid. I'm not really going to be focusing too much on the League mechanic here, but I will touch on my very limited experience with it. The basic premise is kill monsters from 6 circles, and then you go raid a ruined temple for loot and a bunch of crafting options to improve your gear as you level. It's fairly unobtrusive as you play through, and then you get the chance to spend a little bit more time in the actual temple to do some gear crafting that felt pretty powerful. For now, though, I get a chance to pick up the Wolf skill, Lunar Assault, and the plant spell, Entangle, so I'll test those out in the near future. Entangle first, it places a...
That looks incredible for speedrunning and kiting, no? I'll fix the camera. That looks incredible for kiting.
Fissure that grabs nearby enemies to deal rapid small hits of physical spell damage while slowing the entangled foes. Skills like this are always really good for utility, like Oil Grenade, for example. Slowing enemies is really effective on crossbow. I anticipate Entangle might feel similar here as a utility spell. And similar to Volcano, it's got that duration lasting benefit design, so it kind of means that regardless of your actual leveling setup, your build, you can throw in some entangles for some extra damage and slowing. I'm immediately pretty impressed with the feeling of bear form for blasting bosses here. Double empowered volcano slams is very rewarding. And the hybrid gameplay option on Druid means that if you need to kind of back off for a little while, you're taking a bit too much damage, your flusts are getting run down, you can give yourself some distance and throw down some volcanoes, entangles, and later on other spells while you're recovering. I'll take the opportunity before we test some wolf form here to comment on the overall feeling of shapeshifting, and it is, thankfully, seamless. GGG have done a really good job here of leveraging the weapon swap system, especially after they kind of changed it to not have delays and things like that.
That's crazy damage.
They've done it in a way that requires zero thought on the player's behalf, which I think is really important. We've dumped a bunch of new players on the Druid here, and then you had to like teach them a bunch of complicated weapon swap mechanics and set up for the UI. It would be a real problem, but you don't actually have to think about it or do anything initially to use it in its simple form. So spells just naturally swap you to human form and your staff or wand so that you can use them, right? Because they don't necessarily work otherwise, and the shapeshift abilities need...
That slam also just looks like really nice to like run, group up enemies, slam, move on.
The talisman, so they automatically swap to that and thus swap you into your form. There's no real delays here, and it just feels smooth and seamless, even swapping between multiple forms. And the gameplay feels pretty fast too, because that was the thing from the
I am worried about the rage generation though, because the slam takes rage, right? Or does the slam only take rage to be empowered? Like, can I do the slam with 0 rage? Just not empowered? Yes. So, it genuinely might be enough with just the, you might only need rage for bosses. Because you will get the, ancestral slam. That might be enough.
Preview that people were concerned about, especially in war form. It feels very fast. The initial reveal, it did a good thing of like focusing on clear, low damage, low movement examples of mechanics so that you could understand what was going on, but it didn't actually show what it kind of felt or looked like to play the Druid. And it made it look honestly a bit slow and clunky.
So much blood spilled here, the earth still bleeds.
The biggest thing that I noticed playing it, though, that almost right away in Act 1, it was much faster and smoother than I would have thought from the footage, and that's because you're actually using things like dodge roll and sprint to reposition between attacks. And you obviously have a lot more damage than what they use in those previews. And now onto the Red Veil Zone, I decided to test the early game werewolf style a bit more. Lunar Assault is a large slash melee skill that has a very high freeze rate and cold conversion. And that can be paired with the Ice Bite support to give you a big bonus.
Would you consider Tactician for the Glory generation? So I'm going Smith and Katava for the Glory generation. It has 60% increased Glory generation and loads of tank.
Cold damage buff that's up pretty much all the time with this skill, as it freezes so easily on regular mobs and even fairly easily on most bosses.
I might
As a
spell
quick
trigger
aside, I can
Volcano.
confirm that you can be knocked down while sprinting in animal form, and I can confirm that it's just as hilarious as it normally is. Though this only happened like 2 or 3 times in the entirety of my playtime. I'm not sure if I'm just getting better at using it, or if the shapeshift forms are naturally more resistant to heavy stuns maybe. Either way, it only happened a few times. Anyway, the werewolf doesn't have any immediate synergy with the volcano stuff, but there's no reason to not just use them anyway. Like, you slap them down and then go into melee and tear them apart and get in the bonus damage, right? And it's all scaling kind of just as well as each other at this point in the game. The early combination for Wolf is using the Shred attack on enemies frozen by Lunar Assault. Shred's that basic attack for the werewolf. It's a rapid combination strike with the final hit in 5, I believe, hitting twice. Each hit from Shred on a frozen target chips off a chunk of ice, which then...
Wait, I don't understand. Why is it channeling? It does look like he just casts it. Is it channeling just so Smith and Katava can use it? I don't see the channeling component. It can be channeling. Oh my god, that's so obnoxious.
Explodes after a decently long delay. The typical approach for rares and bosses is to use Lunar Assault a couple times to freeze them, followed by 1 to 2 full combinations of Shred, with the icicles exploding for some pretty wild burst damage at times, especially on any sort of larger bosses. The icicles do fly backwards behind the target, but on bosses, most of them tend to hit, especially those bigger ones. There's a lot more you can do with the icicles later on, and more combo pieces for the wolf form. It's only just this kind of basic bit here, but it feels fast and satisfying, and that freeze potency is very high right off the bat. So it's a pretty good early game for the werewolf, I felt. Honestly, for the first half of Act 1, I would say both Werewolf and Bear felt like very valid approaches with support from the spells. I don't know that I would go pure spells unless you maybe worked in something from one of the other elemental trees as well. There's no reason you can't mix and match those if you're using a staff anyway. Volcano and Entangle are like fairly good on their own, but you want something else on top of that as like a burst skill. Obviously you can use the basic staff skills, those are okay, but you could use a third gem maybe to pick up a spell from the elemental tree to round it out with a bit more immediate damage if you're going for more of a pure spellcaster, for example. Since those pure druid skills are pitched at being kind of like ongoing effects that keep going as you're doing something else, so you want something else to do. So after Red Veil, the next tier of gems gives access to Shockwave Totem, Rolling Magma for the Wyvern form, it's actually a Wyvern skill, and Pounce for Wolf, and Wing Blast for Wyvern as well. So Wyvern gets 2 here because it's kind of first introduced at this point. You also like unlock the ability to swap to it on your talisman at this point, even if you've got the original talisman, I believe. I suspect maybe it's based on character level. Right. That would make sense. So this expands your build options in quite a few ways, about 4 different directions right away. There's a lot of lines of play on the Druid here, even right at the early game. So you can totem with bear form for jagged ground eruptions, for example.
So, I have a question about Volcano. Will Shockwave Totem make it poop out volcanoes? Like, can you put down a volcano and then a Shockwave Totem, and Shockwave Totem will poop out volcano orbs? Okay. That sounds... He shows that in a bit. Awesome.
Example, Rolling Magma plus Volcano as a combo there for Fire-focused Wyvern. The Magmas trigger the volcanoes. You can incorporate Pounce.
That sounds like quite a good build. Because both of those are affected by +1 limit. So if you get the +1 limit amulet, you could have 3 at least, 3 volcanoes down, and then 3 totems, and then they're like the 3 totems are activating all 3 volcanoes. That sounds really fun.
Into wolf form, which gives a bunch of benefits. And you can also grab Wing Blast for like a lightning focused melee wyvern with its default attack. Since at this point I was really enjoying the wolf form, I grabbed Pounce, and this is possibly the best all-rounded skill in the entire Druid category. It's a skill of all time, I'll tell you. Big fan. It's
Shut up! Shut up, Ziggy! Did he not learn from the wand? God damn it.
a great movement skill that leaps gaps and obstacles. Which is enough to use it just by itself, but it also slams and hits a large area of effect, which can be boosted with Fist of War. It marks a target on hit, and it automatically marks the highest rarity target, so it just works. You can link your own mark later on, or you can just use the built-in Predator's mark, which is honestly quite good on this skill. It gives the target increased damage taken. Great. It's based on the number of enemies of your enemy that it has nearby, if that makes sense. So, okay, yeah, if you and your minions are standing next to it, it takes more damage. And it also summons a wolf companion each time you trigger the mark on kill. There's other ways to trigger it later on. So it provides its own minions
It's
to
gone. They've
trigger
nerfed it already,
Predator's
chat.
marks effect anyway. So this skill does everything. Crazy. Obviously it's a must-have in wolf form, but I used it in every single build I tested on Druid. I think if you're using a talisman in your build, you're probably going to want to use this skill. A leap initiator.
Why is my camera freezing so often now? It must be the cable. I did touch the cable earlier. Drivers? No, it's a cable issue. Because it's usually when I accidentally hit my desk or something.
Mark on hit is really good for any melee playstyle, and it's good to just have unless you have like another movement skill that you really want to use instead. I can see using it. It's important here, I think, that I drive home just how you aren't locked to a form as well. Like, you may know that, but it's easy to just not really think about it. Your talisman...
Yeah, right? See, that guy's got the right idea. This pound skill looks trash, right, chat? Like, this druid probably needs some buffs, CDD. Probably needs some buffs. Don't listen to Ziggy. We need some buffs up in here.
Choice is
He's too
only
excited.
the selection for which basic attack you have. It doesn't lock you into a form. You don't choose a form like most games like this. It's only important what you choose on your talisman if you actually plan to do some sort of combo with it, and I don't think every build will necessarily use the basic attack. Some of them will because they have some pretty powerful combo effects. But for example, the Bear
Wait till I get the
Forms
build
one,
video
just
out.
generate
Okay, Blakey, if you cause a nerf, I'm gonna take your diamond away. Just saying. Don't cause a nerf.
rage, and there's other ways to do that. Rage support gem on another skill, for example, so I can absolutely see not using the bear's basic attack for too long. And you'd only use the werewolf one if you were planning on doing some sort of like icicle based build, right? So you're absolutely free to leap in as a wolf and then proceed to bear.
Hey, Blakey, why does this look so much better than the showcase video?
Slam everything, for example. And it took me a while to really fully take that in and incorporate that into my gameplay. I still catch myself thinking of each shapeshift form as its like own separate thing, even though I know it's not. But try and like remind yourself to take Druid a bit more holistically, right? It's,
Yeah, I'll stream the Game Awards.
if there's like a skill or passive bonus from one of the forms that you want to enable some combo or synergy with your build, then use it. Nothing stops you, right? The devs have given some guided and more obviously spelled out combos within each particular like shapeshift form or archetype. Like for example, Bear's Maul generating rage and then Slam consuming it, right? Like these are pre-packaged items that we're given as obvious starting points, but there's plenty of room for cross synergies between forms and potentially even other weapon types too. Like I don't see why you couldn't like generate rage on a bear and then consume it in wyvern form for the big flame breath or something. Or even alternate between bear slams and human form mace slams. I'm sure there's a build there. So wolf form, which already felt really good with its high movement speed and attack speed, definitely got faster and more furious with pounce. Overall, this playstyle is a fairly straightforward melee attacker with some room for some pretty good skill expression, I think, in how well you position and freeze and then swap to shred enemies so that you kind of choose which direction the icicles fly off. I think
Are you streaming the Expedition 33 awards? Yeah, so there's drops for Path of Exile during the Game Award, and there's sub gifts as well for Air Bear form. So that is very cool.
if you are pretty good at it, you can perform, you know, get a little bit of extra juice out of it. But if you just want to Lunar Assault, freeze everything, and just kill them with that, like a freeze cleave build, then you absolutely can, I think.
Tomorrow.
It's not as high single target right away as the full bear form combo. And
Wait. It's not in 4 hours, right? Like, it is tomorrow evening? Like, it is like 29 hours or something, right? 26 hours. Okay, cool. A day and 2 hours. Okay, cool.
Unless you get like really nice shotgunning off the icicles on a large boss, for example. But freeze locks down many bosses, and I felt like I was just dismantling any bigger targets. You know? It's like by the time they go to do their first real attack, you freeze them, and then they're nearly dead. So a lot of the fights were just kind of over before they began.
Wait, is Ziggy here?
I did dip my toes into the Wyvern form next to mess around with some of their skills a bit off and on. I played with Rolling Magma and Volcano as a kind of ranged Wyvern. Magma Orb bounces also trigger Volcano's projectile pulse.
Mate.
So it's pretty difficult, I think, to position and take full advantage of, especially if like the enemies are running at you, for example. Something like Entangle can slow enemies down to help with that, so you can throw down some Entangles and Volcanoes and then shoot out some Magma Orbs to do some of that. But it's definitely a more difficult playstyle than what the other ones that I've covered so far offer you at this stage in the early game. This was a bit of a running theme for me with Wyvern in my play session. It's a more complicated form with some very powerful...
It looks like Ziggy's getting Wyvern buffed. The wolf and bear looks like it shits on Wyvern.
Full specific elements, but less straightforward lines of play and synergies overall. It's also the one that's probably seeing the most changes from what I played to when it launches. I already know some changes that I'll mention as we go. I will come back to Wyvern a bit more later, because I had my first little temple foray after my 6th Vaal sacrifice here.
This place has gone to...
Oh, dude, could you imagine what the $480 Wyvern supporter pack would look like? He'd just turn into, like, fucking Smaug.
ruin. Power blankets this altar.
So the League is introduced to you with a just very simple initial design. You place some basic rooms. It almost doesn't matter where you put these first ones. Later on, where you place them upgrades, but it highlights and makes it super easy to no-brain it if you want. And then you just run that small temple to clear the rooms you placed, leaving whenever you want. You don't have like a specific objective here. You can clear the rooms and you'll get like a, I believe, a portal to send you out of there once you're done with all of the rooms.
Are the zones that you're grabbing tied to the area that they're coming from, so that your first temple, will it have like a level 2, a level 3, a level 4, a level 5, and a level 6 zone? Or will it have 6 level 6 zones? Or does it do like incursion, average level plus 3 to max? I guess we'll figure that out fast.
But basically, you're just going in there for the actual specific rewards.
Towards your most recent.
And
it's probably the same formula as incursion.
And weapon racks and things.
Makes
that
sense.
Gear.
Thanks.
Or a bunch of crafting benches that do things like improve quality, add sockets, let you Alk reroll a magic item, which is really good while leveling. Regal a magic item, Exalt a magic
for those that haven't heard yet, me, Noogie, and Steel, Karn is not joining, me, Noogie, and Steel are doing Dad Found. So we are going to make a private league with the 3 of us, and we are going to be playing medium core. So the league will be on soft core, and then we have a rule, we have a wheel. I don't know where it is, but Helena made me here. Helena made me a wheel that gets spun anytime someone dies. It'll be the wheel of death. And it'll pick one piece of gear that you have to delete. So if you die, you could lose your weapon. You could lose your chest, so you really don't want to die. And we're going to be leveling together, and that makes Path of Exile a lot harder. It's not like PoE1 where leveling in a group is easier. It is way harder. Might as well include Ziggy too. I know, but he's in Australia, so it's hard. There's a big There's a big ping issue there. Do 1 spin equals your life.
Rare item and so on. So just doing like 1 or 2 of these quick little temple forays each act will give you a pretty decent chunk of gear improvement. I think I did 1 per act. You get a really good amount of items to craft too, but I recommend hanging on to any like specific bases you want to upgrade as you go into one of these. So for example, your next weapon base that you need to craft, you know, you don't have to use
Makes
crafting
sense.
currency, you can just go into the temple and make it. Or maybe you like need movement speed boots, so keep a nice pair of boots in your inventory to potentially craft movement speed on. That's how I ended up getting some of my movement speed boots. I've never had so much like socketed and quality gear
2
while
to 7
leveling in
fist and
Path of
plus
Exile 2 as I have with this temple.
You should come visit Europe for a bit, Ziggy. That'd be fun. We could play together.
I need more time for that.
So after my quick 5-minute temple gearing session, I quickly returned to the cemetery to absolutely embarrass Draven in wolf form. And then I do much the same on Lachlan too, which is often a decent difficulty spike for a lot of builds.
Minions look useless, or is it me? I don't know, it's hard to tell. Nice, Ziggy. That'd be sick. That'd be sick, actually. We should do that. The damage looked really nice.
Hunting grounds. Best be careful shapeshifting, lest I take an arrow to the ass.
To the ass?
The other set of Wyvern starter
Wait.
abilities
The arrows moved up from the knee to the ass?
is melee with Wing Blast and Wyvern's default attack Rend. So Wing Blast is a bit like Spear's disengage skill. It's a backwards leap that can get you out of harm's way and do some other utility things. But in this case, it also is a large AoE that stuns primed for stun enemies and triggers an extra explosion for some nice kind of like AoE clear on those stunned enemies. It also generates charges on stunning enemies.
Okay, Wyvern definitely looks the least impressive. Obviously, Ziggy said there was going to be changes later. But it's like, you see the fucking bear just like swipe, swipe, slam, and wipe the entire screen. And then you see the wolf just fucking single targeting down. And then you see the wyvern basically like the fucking like very overweight kid running after everyone like... Like, you know, like the wyvern's struggling, like there's holes in its wings. It's like right click, right click, right click.
Charges with a surpassing chance, it's called. You can scale it past 100% for more
But that's a good thing, because that means at launch that the wyvern is just gonna be fucking accidentally one-shotting Lachlan.
charges potentially, for example. That's how that works. And one change that GGG has already told me about here with the Wyvern is that this skill has been buffed a bit by granting 3 charges now on stunning unique enemies, which is good, because I felt like it was difficult to actually use the power charge stuff in boss fights, but having 3 charges means you can get like 15 seconds plus of empowered attacks or something. You can like chain it through the rest of the boss fight. So I could see you kind of just getting 1 stun and then that carrying you through the rest of the boss fight as you expend all of your charges. So that does sound like a nice improvement. So the Rend basic attacks can spend a power charge if you aren't currently buffed to give you a buff with empowered lightning attacks. It gives that skill a much bigger AoE and adds lightning damage. And it does a few other things with a few other skills too. It actually turns it from like a very basic little melee attack into like a pretty hefty, big cleaving skill that does quite a lot of damage. Empowered Rend, it is slow, but it is big and chunky and really satisfying, and I'm really hoping that there's some potential for like melee Rend builds that maintain empowerment with that, because it felt really good when I was cleaving my way through packs with it. Wyvern's early game was definitely the hardest to get the hang of all of the kind of types here, at least when you try to stay purely in Wyvern form, because again, just like you can just use something like Wing Blast alone for a melee escape skill and then like play your bear build, right? There's no reason you have to kind of like force yourself to stay in any one form if like overall it doesn't feel like it's paying off for you. Still kind of wrapping my head around that. I did also kind of take Wyvern through one of the most difficult areas in the early game here, but once I got through there, the first Spirit Gem gave me options of Savage Fury, which is basically a Druid-like Berserk buff that drains your health for a short boost to speed and damage. It looks very strong for bossing, and it's probably not too hard to manage that.
Do you think Volcano will be good as Ignite? I think actual Ignite builds are almost doomed. Obviously, there might be more changes, but like Mark did talk about it too, right? That Ignite isn't in a good spot right now for the most part. And the reason for that is because that Ignite only does a lot of damage if the hit does a lot of damage, right? So fundamentally, with what we know so far, and again, this might change, there might be unique items, there might be things they haven't But it doesn't sound like, from what Mark was saying, that he agrees in that Ignite needs a rework. Ignite seems kind of doomed right now. They did say there were some changes with things that are like rapid hits that will do Ignites. That'll help a little bit. But if your Ignite is always 20% of the hit, then you're always going to be a hit build. Right? We fundamentally don't have the tools to do a literal Ignite build in the sense of a dot build. Or at least, like, we don't have a way to do it the way we do in PoE1, where you don't really have a hit. Like, in PoE1, you have Ignite builds that effectively have no hit damage, right? You're slapping, you do no damage, but your Ignite is your entire damage. That fundamentally can't exist in PoE2 right now until they do a rework.
Life loss, as long as you got like a floss charge or something. Probably
fire
well
steals
worth
might
it,
be
and I
okay.
expect we'll see some use. Anything that boosts your damage and speed for a duration is usually a popular choice. I didn't get to chest it in this run though, as Spirit Gems are pretty hard
it's
to
very
get hold
hammer
of
or
in the
nothing.
campaign. And I instead went for Briar Patch. So this buff stores some melee physical damage that you deal to enemies to automatically place a Thorny Ground when you next cast a spell. So if you put a Volcano down, it'll be surrounded by Thorny Ground, or if you cast like a Lightning Strike or something, it'll be Thorny Ground as well. It's got a built-in delay, but it's super easy to charge up with just like a single pounce on enemies, for example. It's pretty low impact overall.
Yeah.
Though I was thinking that there's probably some good utility supports that can go on there later, especially for plant druid styles. Between Thorny Ground, Volcano, Entangle, and Totem at this point, we have a lot of persistent effects we can dump out before engaging in melee. And they all scale fine together at this point in the game, right? Like, so there's no real reason to just not go ham and use everything. It's just like throw everything in the kitchen sink at the boss and then go in and bear slam them. You know, you got time often while most bosses are doing some sort of monologue to like pre-place like 4 Entangles, 2 Volcanoes, a Totem, and automatically place down the other Thorny Ground. So you're absolutely going to go that route. The other notable Spirit Gem choice that I passed up earlier was Herald of Ice, and I wasn't able to get my hands on one for the rest of the 3-act session, which is something I wanted to note because it's a bit of a shame because I played it and loved a lot of the wolf form, but I never really felt like I got the full picture of what it plays like to clear as an Ice Wolf. Because it feels pretty good, but it was missing a bit of AoE clear. That's the thing it probably struggled with the most. And not having Herald of Ice was like obviously the missing piece of that puzzle. So just keep that in mind as you watch that wolf gameplay in the future. And just mentally add some of your own ice explosions to that gameplay, just to kind of imagine how your werewolf leveling might go. It's already really satisfying, like doing the icicle explosions and freezing things and watching them shatter. I can only imagine with Herald of Ice how satisfying that's going to be. If I go wolf, I'll definitely grab Herald of Ice. For bear, I'd probably grab that Savage Fury.
I must like
and
this
Briar
Volcano.
Patch if I level like a nature style druid, maybe. I don't know. Activating it with Pounce, maybe. I think that's more of a specific build thing. It's nice, but definitely not as impactful as other Spirit Gem choices. Late Act 1, you start to get your first weapon set passives, and unlike leveling other characters, I think you really want to start taking advantage of these right away if you're going spells and shapeshift combo. Which I absolutely think you should, it's super fun. So it's pretty simple initially to start doing this. If you've never messed with the weapon set trees, it only really gets confusing when you try to do respecking typically. That's when you kind of got to wrap your head around just how it works. But initially you can basically just kind of like throw any duration or
So why Smith and not Shaman? Why would I go Shaman? It doesn't have anything bear specific. And Smithy Kitava looked really tanky and nice. I also am looking at Titan, looked very slammy.
or clearly spell-oriented clusters on the staff weapon set, and any shapeshift or survivability nodes or melee damage
I'll get
stuff
rage
on
from
the
Work
talisman
Rise.
set. I spent and tinkered with these a lot as I went, and it felt like a pretty nice payoff for it. There's like quite a lot of it going on that you can cherry pick between in the druid area of the tree. It makes sense. I think passive tree support is like super important for this sort of like hybrid play style, and it's good
I
that
don't
that
need
kicks into
regeneration.
gear pretty early on if you want it. For Executioner, I decided to revisit the Bear Slams since they performed pretty well early on. I was keen to see how they were holding up at this point. I had the Totem now to add in, and that triggers the Jagged Ground from the Empowered Slams to create another explosion for some more bonus combo damage.
You have much to answer for.
Okay.
The hand that held the rope lies still.
And yeah, their form is
Nice.
pretty amazing on bosses, and overall pretty well rounded. Felt like the most well rounded of them. Like powerful single target, decent AoE clear, maybe a little bit slower, offset by just
puns
switching
are very
into wolf
cool.
form, and nice defenses too. It's pretty nice. And you know, you can just use that pounce to form shift into wolf and start sprinting when you move between packs. There's no reason why bear has to feel slow when you can instantly shapeshift into
video
a
in
wolf
chat
whenever you
as
want.
well.
I was really vibing the hybrid wolf bear and human spells. It feels like you get to cherry pick the best parts of every part of these kind of three forms and just add them together to create a super build. Feels like cheating a little bit. Adding rage and rapid attacks to maul makes it really quick to generate rage for slams as well, with 3 mauls giving you enough for like 2 slams back to back. And when you start double and triple volcano slamming bosses, oh yeah, so good. Poor Candlemass and indeed poor Geonor. Guy really got outclassed on this whole shape-shifting trope. Even
If we're leveling together, Noogie might be able to do Volcano as well, and I can slam Noogie's Volcano and my own Volcano.
after selling his soul for it, right? So anyway, I don't know if you can hear in the background, but I have a newborn baby and our family's all sick right now. So I'll end part 1 of this preview
Relatable.
here and optimistically hope to be able to get part 2 out before launch if I can. I'll try. Forgive me in advance if it's a bit later or if I can't make it. At times like this, I think it's best to just celebrate the small wins. Like, you know, making a part 1 preview and getting it published. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope that it helps a few of you see a bit more of the Druids potentially, you know, the fun that has to offer you if you're a bit unsure based on that initial reveal. I feel like Druid's getting a little bit of a raw deal in the reactions, so maybe do my part just to give you a little bit more of a realistic impression as to what it looks like. Anyway, folks, that's it for now. I'm Ziggy D, and thanks for watching.
G'day, mate. Ziggy fucking D. Alright, that was Ziggy. I'll link it again in the comments. That does look really exciting. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. After seeing this, I almost want to pivot off Bear, even though Bear looked really good. I'm still going Bear, but oh my god, how fun does a Shockwave Totem Volcano build sound? Where you're doing like 3 Shockwave Totems, 3 Volcanoes? That sounds fucking sick. That is basically, effectively, a pure totem build. That sounds fucking sick. I don't know what Ascendancy would do for Totem, though. Stormweaver has +2 limit now. Oh, yeah, Stormweaver then. Stormweaver for sure. +2 limit is sick. Shockwave doesn't trigger Volcano, I don't think. Oh. Oh, okay. People in chat were saying it does, and that you showcased it, but I also didn't see it. Okay. Oh, damn. Okay, never mind. That does ruin that idea. That does ruin that idea. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we just do Bear. I think I'm still in the Bear train. I think I'm still in the Bear train. Totem is a slam? No. Totem does trigger the Fury of the Mountain Fissures, and placing the fissures triggers Volcano. Right. You didn't see the trigger in the VOD, but he was using it on Candlemass, and I feel like you didn't see it there. Where was Candlemass?
I was really best part cheating a little bit. 3 mauls giving you enough for like 2 slams back to back. And when you start double and triple for slams as well, with 3 mauls giving you enough for like 2 slams back to back. And when you start double and triple volcano slamming bosses,
it does work, doesn't it?
3 mauls giving you enough for like 2 slams back to back. And when you start double and triple volcano slamming bosses,
It looks like it works.
slams back to back. And when you start double,
it does work. It does work. So I think you can do a Volcano Shockwave Totem build.
and triple
Totem
volcano
also says it's a slam. Yeah. It does look like it works. So you could do Stormweaver, Volcano, Shockwave Totem. So can you get 5 limit then? A Stormweaver. Man. Oh, I'm very... Fuck. How would you clear on that? I think you can just clear on Volcano. Are you getting the power charges for the totems? What totems? Shockwave totem doesn't need charges. Shockwave totem is exactly the same as normal. Yeah, I mean, obviously more skill points would be good, Titany. As in, like, more to choose from, not more to use. Wait, it's in the patch notes, they changed Shockwave Totem. It needs 3 charges as well? Wait,
Lambs
what?
as well with 3 mauls.
That's not true. We see Ziggy here casting it. Please don't ban. I'm very considering it. Is there any way rage on spells is worth it? I don't know. But honestly, this does look really cool. I'm gonna theorycraft some now. I'll end the video here, the reaction. This looks really exciting. I'm very excited to do Druid. I'm like 70% bear now. I'm down from 100% bear to 70% bear to 30% Stormweaver. I'll be doing the new skills anyway. Like, I'm either doing Volcano Shockwave Totem or Bear Volcano Slammy Boy. And I'll be either starting Stormweaver, Stormweaver or Smith of Kitava or Titan. I mean, it's just warrior or sorceress, right? That's what I just went over, Misu. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you give Ziggy a lot of love and support. Check out his channel. It's really good content. Either way, sub if you liked the video, but more importantly, try to die less than I do. Yeah, that's what I just went over, Mizu. Like, favorite, sub, bell, comment, add to playlist, share on Reddit, share on Dig. Wait, what's Dig? What's Bebo? Smooshy, kiss the screen, thanks. No ED Contagion Druid, no. Any thoughts on plus limit for story? Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. What's Bebo? Yeah. Can do astral projections and totems and just place volcanoes on your packs. Yeah. Okay, that does look really exciting though. Also, I slept so bad today. Also, Jack's thank you for the 85 months and Road Warrior thank you for the 8 months. Isn't there like some, I think Karn was talking about some rage on Warcry stuff. Plus inherent, like, also they've like buffed rage, right? They've buffed rage. Let me find the patchy notes. 282.4. Let me put on some music. Yeah, they halved the decay of rage. You now lose 5 rage per second instead of 10. Wait, and it's doubled here? It's in the past 4 instead of past 2? That's huge. Even this alone would be huge. This is massive. That is massive. That was one of the main things that Karn and stuff have been complaining about too, that it falls off so far. 400% buff? Yeah, that's huge. That's massive. Ziggy! Go work on the fucking video! Why are you still here? What the fuck? What the fuck? Ziggy fucking D, mate. Dude, no, it'd be so cool if you came to visit. That'd be sick. Ziggy fucking D. Let's see. Can I visit? No. Okay. I sent you a message on Discord as well. Spark Roundabout Earthbound. Okay. Lethal Draw. Hate Forge. 300 to 400 armor. Gain a random charge on reaching max rage no more than once every 3 to 6 seconds. It also rolls gain 3 to 6 rage on hit. Wow, that's a lot. Is this correct? Wait, this doesn't say melee hit. Will there be a Zismus this year? Yes. I have not had a good time getting sponsors. So far only Displate. I need to reach out to Path of Exile too. But I have not had an easy time getting sponsors to help give away money. I'll reach out to Shopify too. What's Christmas? So I always stream a lot over Christmas so that anyone that, like, on the 24th, 23rd, and 25th, a lot of people are alone over Christmas. They don't have anywhere to spend Christmas. So I always stream as much as I can on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th, and on the 24th, we usually do, like, giveaways and stuff. Last year, we gave away, like, £10,000, which was terrible. It ended up being a nightmare. It took me fucking 6 weeks to fix. I'm gonna do it differently this year. There will also sadly probably be less stuff. But hopefully still a decent amount. Yeah, so we'll be giving stuff away. Do that every year. Wait, this sounds like it'll work on spells. Like Volcano. Rabid Idol. Hateforge has lose all rage on reaching max. Unless you remove it. If you can. I don't know if it's a... Maybe it's probably not a vol you need. It's probably not a vol unique. Perfect Essence of Sorcery cannot be applied to foci. Arbiter of Ash will now phase transition at a lower life threshold and will heal to full during transition. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. I mean, he's very hard on hardcore. I really wish you could, like, tank. So that you, like, couldn't make 2 mistakes in a row, but, like, not one. If Hateforge doesn't require melee hit, can you do near inflow flame breath? I don't know, maybe. Maybe. Maybe there'll be some cute interactions like that. Huh, cool. That's good. Rage. So wait, inherent loss of rage is 20% slower. So that's nearly 5 seconds then, right? 4.8? So wait, 4.8. Are these additive or multiplicative? They're additive, right? Definitely want all the rage nodes. Wait. Oh, I didn't see they were fucking... Wow, this is pretty huge. Hold the phone. So wait, 4 seconds plus 3 multiplicative 20, so 44, so 1.45. So wait, you don't lose rage for 10 seconds of not doing anything? That's huge. Right, the loss of rage is the amount you lose per second. Oh. Oh. Wait, are there axe nodes on the fucking tree? Why are there axe nodes? Huh? Always has been? Oh. I've never noticed them. That's funny. I guess I just like, if I'm not used to them, then... Let's see. +2 max range. What? Where's the Warcry rage thing? Karn was talking about some Warcry rage thing. What is the Warcry rage thing? Is that just Warbringer? No. Is it support? Does it work? What's it do? What's it called? Rage per power of enemies? Raging Cry? Supported skills grant 4 rage per power. Is there a minimum power? Do we have access to minimum power? Hey, Mythic. It's ya. Why is it a minimum of 10 power? Hello? So you get 8. You get 8 no matter what. I mean, that looks really good. I'll definitely take these nodes. Myth of Kitava. See. So we don't have, we're missing like a billion nodes up here, right? Wasn't there a repeat Warcry support? Is there? I haven't used cries much. I haven't cried that much. The new one? Oh shit. So you get 16. It's not out yet? Well, that sounds really good then. surely I would use Infernal Cry. Wasn't there some like Bear Cry as well? I won't be able to do that early though. So, okay, we do the Bear Cry, we do Ferocious Roar with Infernal Cry. What was the benefit of Ferocious Roar again? What was the benefit? I can't remember. Because I can bear Infernal Raging Cry, right? So we need... But that's a 5-ling, isn't it? Stand up and get bonuses. You get AoE and exert damage? Yeah. Ferocious Roar. Empire on attack, part 10 enemy power, counting up to 50, Warcry radius 7, gain 2 rage per enemy. So you get more rage too. This sounds really good. So wait, so I would need Ferocious Roar, Infernal Cry. But Ferocious Roar ends up being the active gem instead of Infernal Cry, right? It's a meta gem. So this actually doesn't take up a support. So we actually can do that then pretty early. I think we just need Ferocious Roar, Infernal Cry, and then what was the rage thing called again? Raging Cry, and then we need Echoing Cry as our first support gem. But we don't necessarily need that at the start. Oh, right, I see. Well, we'll have to decide between Infernal Cry and Ferocious Roar, but either way, that changes nothing as far as sockets are concerned. Well, it depends. If we have enough rage without this, then there's no reason not to take Infernal Cry. There's no reason not to use Infernal Cry if we already have enough rage without it. Are you still going Smithy Katava? Smithy Katava, Titan, or... Smithy Katava, Titan, or... Stormweaver. You get 28 rage from one cry? I could see Ferocious Roar, just Ferocious Roar being really good too. Well, okay, so we're definitely doing that. We almost need to rush here, don't we? I think this is almost a rush job. This seems to be like one of the most important things that we want. I honestly... Conversion is still additive in PoE. No, sorry, conversion is still multiplicative in PoE too, right? Which is kind of cringe. So if we have a... How do I mathematically show this? If I have a bear attack that's 80% conversion, it's how do I do that? Do I do like 0.75 multiplied by 0.8 or by 1.8? 0.75 multiplied by 1.8? No, I don't know how I math it. You lose physics fire with Avatar? Yeah, never mind. I thought conversion was flat additive. No, it's not. Not in PoE 2. In PoE 1 it is. Pretty sure you can't get 100%. Can convert over? No, no, no. That's not what we're talking about. You can't even get to 100% in PoE 2. How do I mathematically add 75% conversion and 80% conversion? How do you multiply? No, it's not. Wait. Is that how I do it? No, that doesn't work. Wait, maybe? No. I could ask GPT for this. Why Titan and not Shaman for the extra rage and rage regen? Because why would a rage be an issue on this build? Like, why would you take rage for an ascendancy? Like, I don't think we're gonna have rage issues at all with the work rise. Are you converting 80% of the remaining 25 after Avatar Fire? Yes. Yes, that is how it'll work. That seems really nice. I mean, bathroom breaks soon. Fuck. Do we... Did the bear slam convert to fire? On slam per palm? I don't know what we scale. Honestly, Avatar Fire might... Avatar Fire and going full fire scaling might be the play. Or we're gonna have to do like weapon swap stuff. Weapon swap memes. Does not convert. Never mind, we can't do Avatar Fire anyway, so I want to use Infernal Cry. We can't actually do fire scaling unless we do... It seems like a little bit difficult to scale Volcano and the Bear Slam. If the character uses skill that converts to 80% and has Avatar Fire, deal 100 physical damage. 80. Around 95, yeah. I don't know my gamer bucket. Like, can't I think just ignore Volcano? We'll see. I'm gonna be right back real quick. Right back. Hello, hello, hello. Right, how am I going to scale? Man, there's like one of the few life nodes. You were on vacation? No, I've not been on vacation for a very long time. What do I take? Well, I mean, I haven't streamed because I was sick. I was on vacation though. We'll find out soon, Lusky. If you work as a bear without the metagem, you shapeshift out of bear? Correct. We still not have a tree until patch day. Nope, probably not. Which, I do think that always skews that people go towards safe builds, but it'll probably be a little bit better because of the GGD guides that they're gonna pump out. Yeah, Shad. Is this updated yet? No. What GDD guides? Jonathan said in the podcast that the GDD are gonna make videos about builds that are viable. Armor break, apply to fire damage. Yeah, it's like here. I gotta remember where it is. Oh wait, no, it's here. Like molten. I remember where it is now. Molten one's gift. Oh, broken, not break. I don't know if I like the idea of being told what build to play by the developer. That's not what they're doing. They're just gonna show off some viable stuff. And like, you don't have to watch it. They come from down here or up there. It looks like it procs volcano. Did he already tape my eyelids open? Too late. I think I'll strictly be playing the build that Fubgun tells me to play, thank you. You're not trying the new stuff then. Where's the defend critical hits node? That is quite nice. We definitely want that late game. Okay. Where is Volcano? Does anyone have a link to it? Like, what are the tags on Volcano? It's on the PoE2 thing, right? Hi, Weasel! Yeah, thanks. Attack projectile sustained fire duration and channeling. So no area. That's annoying. Hmm. Oh, it does have AoE. But these are all area for attacks. Like there's no overlapping area for both. That is annoying. I mean this one is, but it's so far. Most of them are very specifically area for attacks, which doesn't help us. Attack area damage. That is frustrating. Spell area. Man! Volcano! How the fuck do you scale Volcano early? Oh, nice, Faisal. That's awesome. Yeah, I guess we will be getting Druid nodes. I think we just like focus on bear slams and the volcano as an afterthought of something we just slap in there. Cause like it looks like I would really need weapon swap points because then I'll be able to like fire damage nodes and stuff. Well, this one will work against both. Like we could have like core pathing nodes to here because this one will work for both. This will work on my slam if they're ignited, which hopefully like it's quite easy to ignite something. Although with the small ignite. It means is it worse to not use elemental abilities weaved together with form attacks? You are aware I have not tried the new patch, right? Shockwave totem with bear? Yeah. That is quite a lot of area. You know, I'd completely forgotten that Smith had this. I was just kind of going to Giga armor nodes. I'd forgotten about the 90 max rest thing. Probably want that. And then glory generation last? I guess we'll take glory generation last. Maybe we don't even need molten symbol. Maybe we take element immune instead. I think it doesn't really affect our tank much. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. I really wonder if fire spell on melee hit will be good. We should try it. Um, Wait, how do you do the weapon swap points again? Oh, click on it. Man, it's so hard to make a tree until we have the fucking druid shit. Warcry CDR is probably gonna be big. Something like that, just to get more CDR and speed. I think I'm gonna be doing I think I'm gonna be doing a lot of crying. Skill speed and fizz damage just sound kinda nice. I do like skill speed. I think that'll feel quite good. Wait, where was the minimum power? Right, that's the one we're pretty much rushing. Might need that. They have skill speed, yeah. I remember Seal looking at stuff earlier and saying this is gonna have problems. Wait, why? What the fuck? What problems, dude? I'm so fucking tired. I don't know how I'm gonna stay awake tonight. Something about Volcano. Oh yeah, I mean I'm already feeling like there's issues with Volcano. Yeah, these on the countdown. 1 day, 20 hours, 53 minutes. You get 100% reduced crit damage taken from it. Yeah, but you don't need that anymore. You don't really need that. For the endgame, I'm going to be taking defend with 200% of armor. If you have 20k armor, you have 40k for crits. This is basically crit immune. And then you free up an ascendancy point. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm taking. I'm obviously like, you don't have enough nodes. You would like more. Like, there are a lot of good ones. I definitely want Flowing Metal. I do want Molten Symbol. I want Ailment Immune. I want Fire Rest. And then it's gonna be Glory Generation. Volcanic Fissure, maybe a suitable replacement? What do you mean? Oh no, it's game, not die? I don't understand. Can you say that again, but in English? Can't do fire melee spell on Volcano because it's a channel. It cannot be triggered. You get 200 per nodes. We get 2, 4, 6, 800 flat armor for free. I hate you, best. I do feel like I kinda wanna rush Roaring Cries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I think either that or what, like a level 18 we have 23 seal points? Maybe 17? Mage Bloob new update can used. Why does Heat of the Forge cannon trigger Volcano? What's Heat of the Forge? I'm going bear. Bro. Can somebody link me the new Stormweaver? Does anyone have a picture of that? It doesn't trigger Volcano. The channel. Anonymous, thank you. Chris, thank you for the 17 months. Prime number, which is the sum of 2, 3, 5, and 7. Any Stormweaver is not out yet. Any Stormweaver is just +2 limit, 100% chance. Oh, okay. +2 limit is crazy though. But Volcano is sort of a mixed spell. If it works with Heat of the Forge, that is interesting, but it does fuck our like body armor thing, and then we're at 6 ascendancy. Thank you. Hey, Mathlord. He did. Hey, I should reply to you. But yeah, it won't work. Worst case scenario, you make a real armor. Well, but then you have a 6-point ascendancy or Uh, Harbinger doesn't seem that good. I think it's basically Smith or Titan. This changed, right? This is getting buffed with 25% more. And what's the node behind here again? What's the Titan one? Volcanic Fissure is a good fire spell for trigger. That's what we just went over. You cannot trigger a channeled skill. Well, you can increase the limit chance. You can get 3. Or hyenas. To be fair, it doesn't really matter whether I go Titan or Smith because we can respec between them anyway. Like, that's like an easy choice. Like, if we're considering warrior or warrior, that's an easy choice. Both of those are good. They're adding respec for senses like 9 months ago. I feel like Smith for League Star into Titan later seems like the play. At 0 you can switch to senses. I'm having a crazy caffeine crash. I slept like 4 hours tonight. I got important stuff done today though, so. Yeah, tomorrow's a long day. I'm doing a Shape of Dreams sponsorship for 1 hour with Steel Mage. Then we're gonna do stalling. We are going to do the Game Awards watching with drops. Shape of Dreams is so good. Yeah, me and Steel actually did a run off stream. Finished it. It's really good. It's very fun. I hadn't heard of that until the first time I got sponsored by them. It was like a hidden game. I put 400 hours into the demo. Wow. What is stalling? It's a podcast with me, Mathel, Steelmage, and Quinn69. Drops and supported streamer? Yeah, on Twitch, not on YouTube. But yeah. Are you planning on using flammability? Probably not. I don't think I'll have enough in. Discovered Necess? Yeah, a lot of my friends talk about Necess. Gold on kill essence and carry a run, yeah. You expect anything PoE2 related in the game's award show? No. I don't think they're going to announce anything. I think they're paying Twitch to have drops for them. For no reason. Obviously we're getting PoE2 related info. Surely. Probably the trailer we saw. Surely it's more than that. PoE 3? Yeah, I don't know. Surely they're saying something. PoE 3. When are we talking about? Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, Titan's really good. Stormweaver plus a limit, you get Amulet, that's 5 volcanoes, 3 slam totems, slamming, then you get 1 to 2 flame wall around. If you get soul of mana, you get all damage. Yeah, no, I was thinking about that too. Huh. What are the odds they might drop a full launch date? Doubt it. Isn't Shaman just gonna be unkillable as Bear? Why? How to respec ascendancy? You have to redo the labyrinth of the hardest thing you've done. Man, I wish we had the tree. %80 fist damage taken as Ellie. Huge rage into armor set. Wyvern sounds like it's getting buffed, so that's good. Yeah, Noogie is gonna be watering plants. Your bot shows the old drops. Thanks. Thanks. Am I missing something about Shaman? The only downside is the rage spell node. But apart from that, it sounds busted. Maybe. Somebody link me Shaman. I think. Oh. Kill me. Excellent. Handed here. Thanks, that works. Imgur are scummy cunts? What? No, the UK government are scummy cunts. Why is this Imgur's fault? They mishandled the data and instead of paying the fine, decided to just stop having UK access? Gain 40 sprayed for each available charm slot. Every 2 rage also grants 1% more spell damage. To be fair, this is really good with Volcano. Skills which are not default attack cost +5 rage to use. Hmm. Oh, they still cost mana. They still cost mana. It's just that you get spell damage from your helmet and mana. Hmm. I don't know. I'm not that keen on Shaman. Share your thoughts. Why are you not keen? I don't know. Like, the rage is like the only good thing. The fist damage from Scald converts to self ally damage for the adepts. Okay. I hadn't thought of that indirection. That is interesting. That is interesting. But then you have to have Scalds. A couple of spells per second and you're 24% DR for Ellie. How many? Wait, what? Forty spread per new storm, yeah. Um, we ball spirit. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Shaman, Stormweaver, and Warrior are all quite tempting. He knows he gets 60 taken as Ellie from Lightning Coil. That way you take 20% fist damage, and with that one unique belt, you can defend 200 armor against it. Why Stormweaver? Oh, like the new +2 limits, so you could have like Giga Volcano and Giga Shockwave Totem. Then you pop down 5 volcanoes and you have 3 shockwave totems shitting out globs. Like 2 or 3k life, 40k armor, 30k armor. Can you somehow self-hit with LE damage? Yeah, with Scold's Bridle. That might not be fun to watch. It didn't look that graphically intensive compared to the flashbang cannon we played last season. Oh man, there's so many tempting things to do. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm actually struggling, dude. I don't think I've been this undecisive on a league starter. What's the red juice? Cordial. Yeah, maybe I should just go bear. The thing is like I can do multiple builds. I don't have to play one build. So I can start with bear and then we could make a shaman next. Bear Smith and Katava has so much synergy for a league start anyway with like easy resistance shit. And Titan, like we're warriors, so we can respec Titan and be literally anything. Titan is the most versatile thing in any ARPG. Like Titan is the most versatile. How long is your average campaign runs is? Quite slow. Honestly, like 12 to 14 hours on hardcore. I haven't really practiced going fast in PoE 2. It's funny because my fastest PoE 1 campaign run is 2 hours and 1 minute. Are you going hardcore or softcore? Medium core. So we're gonna delete an item on death. Also, we're gonna be doing this at launch. I'm buying 40 supporter packs from Kikiki. And as long as I'm live, we're gonna be giving away 1 supporter pack every hour. So every hour there'll be a giveaway. For as long as I'm awake. And then whatever we don't give away at launch, I'll have sub goals for the rest of them. When is this thing? On the 12th on launch. I'll be giving away. Do we need to sub to you to be in the giveaway? I'm offended that you've been here for like 10 years and you asked me that question. Titan hulking form seems busted for attributes. It doesn't work on attributes. I just saw rage generation on Smith Bear. So that's what we were looking at actually. So you do Raging Cry, and then you do either Ferocious Roar or Infernal Cry. Ferocious Roar with Raging Cry would be Ferocious Roar with Raging Cry and Echoing Cry would be like 30 rage per cry. Yes, I will be watching the Game Award. I will be crying a lot. We'll just be sitting here like, but like angry crying. So like, her 5 gifted, but yeah, Thank you. Remember, there are gifty things soon tomorrow for MTX. Why cry? To generate rage. For the record, I was joking when I said it. New wolf form. Huh? Has he fucked up his audio split? The hell? Let's see. It works here. Why no worky? Let me try a different browser.
You just go,
Why does it not work on
bosses
Firefox?
and you gain flat.
Dude. I don't know why it doesn't work here. Weird. I'm literally listening to music on Firefox. Did you see the new spirit gem for bear? No, not fully. I didn't like get anything linked. It's Blood Rage. Is there a link, like a text link? Thank you. Is it this one? Gain 1 fury on attack hit, no more than once per skill used. Gain 20 max fury. Buff duration is 1 second per fury. 21% more damage, 32% attack speed, 16 movement. Yeah, so it's berserk. 3% life per second. Huh. Walking Calamity with Warcry spam should be super viable, no? Wait, can I do multiple Warcries with rage generation and minimum power? Could I just do like cry, 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 Walking Calamity? Is there a reason why I can't do that? Or do they share cooldowns? I really want to do a Walking Calamity build. Question, why is everybody looking to do shapeshift on non-druid classes in the first place? Because the druid classes, there's nothing shapeshift specific on any ascendancy, including the druid classes. Like, shapeshifting and druid are not attached in any way. And the same, like, maces are not attached to the warrior in any way. In the same way that minions are not attached to the witch. Because they don't want you to like Titan minion build is super viable. Why not Shaman for perma rage regen if you're gonna do Walking Calamity? Yeah, Shaman is tempting too. Shaman is tempting. Buff grants 5% rage generation. How much does it cost? Wait, what buff? Huh. Can you build glory while this is going on?
Ijawenzi, I just resubscribed for 45 months.
No? Maybe I should do shaman. I'm tempted. I really don't know. Carrot Myra. Do you think if we do 10x here and 10x here, it'll make more sense than 20 with 10 of each? Okay, it looks like 20 multiplied by 10 of each. Maybe it makes more sense if we have 10, 10, 10, 10. Fuck, I don't know, dude. You guys have stunlocked me into maybe going shaman now. I Wenzi, thank you for the 45 months. Why medium? Can you explain medium core and why? Sure. So, I've been considering going softcore for PoE 2 because I feel like defense is in a bit of a weird spot. I think you're very heavily incentivized to just go glass cannon. You can't really tank and face tank in the same way. And because strong, super strong defensive options aren't an option in the same way it is in PoE 1. But then damage options are there. Like, you can do damage. You can very easily get to the point where you one-shot the boss. So when you can't tank the boss, but you can one-shot the boss. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just... it's not a super enjoyable way for me to play hardcore. But that aside, I still vastly prefer hardcore. I generally always want to play hardcore, but because of the state of the game, I'm sort of cucking myself out of content. Like, I'm not really able to make the content for YouTube and stream that I would want to do. Like, I'm missing out on a lot of builds and stuff that I want to do. So if I wasn't a streamer, I would only ever play hardcore. But since I am a streamer, it makes more sense to play softcore so that I can make better content. Because, for example, what happened last league, I ended up spending a shit ton of time in the campaign, which people don't care about watching. Well, you can't play glass cannons necessarily at like the end game. You do still need some form of tank. But I'm talking specifically about bosses and stuff. Everyone's Shrekton. So, for this season, we are going to be trying out medium core. So I'm going to be playing basically solo Selfon, but with Noogie and Steel. So we'll be sharing items and helping each other and playing together. Yeah, I don't know, maybe Sraya. And then we're going to be spinning a wheel when we die. Cardin's not joining, no. That's dad core. We're going to be spinning a wheel when we die, and then if it says gloves, you have to delete your gloves. How can you share gear in SSF? We're making a private league with 3 of us. There are some pay-to-win advantages, unironically, to a private league at league start. So there was one league where everybody was crushing. Literally, like, even other streamers, like a bunch of people were crushing, except me and Steel Mage. We were like the only people that could play. Everybody else was chain crushing. Your glove socketed. The thing you said is the same thing. Your current glove or your glove socket. That is the same thing. But yeah, we were like the only ones not crushing because there was some cosmetics that were introduced that crushed people. So when you went to town, if somebody had that cosmetic, you would crush. So like 80% of the player base were like crushing for the first few hours. You can't use gloves? No, you lose your gloves and then you have to find new ones. But yeah. So that's fun. Hopefully this doesn't happen again. There's also one league where if you started privately, got Killer Overlord, transferred to main league, you get them again. Yeah. Remember that. Empty town in private league is a hack in EU. Do you think 2DD will change Shaman Ascensionis before release? No. They do also look a lot better than what I thought. That, like, chat have sort of turned me around on them. When do 2DD do on their Christmas holidays? Probably depends on what stuff. Like, probably different people go at different times. Yeah, Vicious. I don't know what streamer's calling Wyvern. I don't know if Steel's calling Wyvern anymore. I think he's calling Shield Slam. I don't know what Steel's doing. I'm like, I was so sure Smithy Kitava, but now chat's kind of making me want to do Shaman. It's so difficult to choose, dude. I do think my Stormweaver idea is more like a day 3 to 4 build. So I don't think I'm gonna think about that anymore. I think we're canning Stormweaver. It does sound like a fun idea, but it doesn't necessarily go do Shaman because it's new. No matter what we're doing, it's gonna be new stuff. You really should do the new class. They both are viable, but they're both new. Like I'm going bear. I'm going bear no matter what. Is just say, am I going bear shaman or am I going bear Smithy Katava? Either way, I'm gonna be a furry. Brr. Isn't glory more important than rage for calamity? That's what I'm not sure of. Like, how does glory generation work? Like, is glory faster when you are full rage and gaining? Like, is your glory generation affected by rage? If not, then Smithy Katava is by far the best. Yes, I'll be watching the Game Awards tomorrow. How does bear generate glory at all? By being max rage. What does it say on the skill? What, build glory by gaining rage? Yeah, by gaining rage. So it will work with being shaman. Like the more rage, it might be better than the 60% glory generation. What if you're full rage? That is the only time you gain glory. What glory nodes do we have? Thread of the Fight might be good. Glory generation too. It says gaining rage, not full rage though. While in bear form, build glory by gaining rage while already at maximum rage. I found this out earlier. You can't gain glory during the skill. Yeah, so generation is going to be very important. But does a 20 rage for Rush's Roar give max glory? I'm not sure. That's why we go Warcries and just instant max rage? Yeah. And like, if we go Shaman, this is before that anyway. Wait, is this a spell? No. But it would buff the volcanoes. Ah, perfect. Yeah, that's better. Maybe make them a bit smaller and more to the left. Can you autocast Volcano with Smithcast Fire and melee hit? No, it's a channel. But also, skills take rage on Shaman. That is true. That is true. But you also get more rage. Which is... Is it 2% melee damage or 1%? Like, what's the actual amount of rage? If your game plan is Walking Calamity, then Smith is still better. More glory when max range sounds more consistent than having to gain max rage while also increasing your rage cap and having to spend rage for spells too. No, not necessarily. It's a tough one actually, because this is increases the reduction to mana regen, also apply to rage regen. So like you will be regenning a lot of rage the entire time. Like at this point, you're always regenning. Like you're always regenning, and you get +7 max, which is quite big. But this does mean that you have to the downside to Furious Wellspring. The downside to this is that you do actually have to invest into it. You do have to invest into it. Which, if we go Smith of Kitava, then we don't necessarily need to invest into that. We're investing into Warcries instead, which also increase your damage. So, that's kind of interesting. These are definitely out of date. We'll get new ones when we can. Oh, I missed that. Right. Okay. Man, I feel like we don't have the tools to properly theorycraft. So wait, what is out of date then? Do the nodes not do what they say they do, Blakey? I really wish we got a little bit more time to properly theorycraft. Tried sending you that message? Yeah, I missed it. Ah, I really want a theorycraft, but I feel like I don't have the tools. We're considering Shaman now. It's between Druid and Warrior for starter. Shaman and Warrior. So Smith and Kitava or Shaman a starter. Smith can go into Titan later, and Titan can do anything. Can do whatever the fuck you want on Titan. So versatile. There's no way I don't do Wolf as Monk, yeah. Titan might get insane with all the new passives. Yeah, so there's... And like, the thing is, like, if this works the way it looks like it works with Scold's Bridal, this is omega insane. Omega insane. So I don't know. Okay, fuck. Are you considering using Fireberry unique they showed off? Yeah, I want to. I desperately want to. Oh no, toilet. Fuck, I don't know how long I'm gonna bother theorycrafting then when this might be changing. Like, the thing is, like, it's kind of frustrating because without the new tree, in my opinion, all I can do, like, I can fix my ED guide, I can fix my mortar guide, which I'll do off stream either tomorrow or later tonight, but for this side of the tree, you can't really do anything except your first, like, 20 nodes. Like, I can like have like a rough idea that I'm probably gonna rush Roaring Cries, because that seems quite good, right? War Cries have a minimum of time power, and then you do the rage thing. That sounds quite nice to rush that. But like we have no fucking idea what's here. You know? Like, it's so little in the aircraft. I'm gonna toilet. I'll be right back. I don't know. I need more info.
Helmsbreaker raided my stream with 10 viewers.
Oh. Thank you for the raid, Helmbreaker. Yes. Use Snapbot to set that up. Let's see. I don't know if you hear Vara, but I think they just tweeted about that. Posted about that. Oh wait. Is this drops? Hi. After lunch, crochet. Yes. Cool. Awesome. What am I theory crafting? Well, I'm looking at like what I want to do as a league starter, but also like even the like images of the ascendancies we have yet aren't fully updated. We don't have the skill tree. There's so little you can do to actually theory craft now if you don't want to just like gaslight people early. Like we don't have the fucking tree. We don't have all the abilities. So like we're just sort of sitting around like spitballing. Like should I go shaman? Should I go Smithy Kitava? Because Smithy Kitava can go into Titan later. Like there's just like let's say that I actually made a video right now, like here's my league starter and here's my plan. That is like straight up grifting at this point, right? Like we just don't have fucking everything. All I can do, I can maybe make a video where I'm talking about my ideas of what I'm going to be looking for on the new skill tree and what I'm thinking about building gem-wise with the cries and stuff. I can make a video talking about that, but it's like there's very little you can actually put out. Seen a lot of those already? Yeah, but it's like I don't like doing bait content. So I might make some sort of video about my thoughts on what I'm thinking about doing and what I'll be looking for once we have things. 99% of people grift nowadays. Go for it. Yeah, I know. I don't want to. Unique berry? I mean, if I find it, yeah, I want to try it. I kind of want to go eat. I don't like this trend of patch notes not actually giving info to make builds. Yeah, it's a little frustrating. What do you mean you don't like making bait content? That's Karatha's build every launch? That's funny. Everybody else grifts, why don't you? It's an insane thing to say. It is really how the world is going though, isn't it? It is really how the world's going. Jonathan said there's nah as a player, fuck yes. Nah, not anymore, not me. I felt like that at launch. I really enjoyed going in blind at launch, but now I definitely prefer having everything before. Do you think they should give you all the tools to plan your build before the release? Yeah. I do. Maybe not even every league, maybe every other league. Why did they hide the skill tree? I don't think it's like a choice they're making. I think they just don't have fucking time. Wonder if I can order any food. But I don't know. It does take the wind out of my sails of theory crafting before lunch a little bit. And they are changing things. That's true. Maybe I just get a Timmy's. Maybe I just eat, watch a movie, and go to bed like kind of early today. I've been going to bed like 7 or 8 every day, kind of prep for league start. But I think I'm gonna go to bed 2 or 3 a.m. tonight and just sleep fucking ages. Like do a long sleep. All this does is make half of Stuffcare pick Fubgun's build again. Yeah, I agree. A lot to do tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow we have the Shape of Dream sponsorship. Then we have Stalling. Then we have the Game Awards. I also want to make like a video tonight for new players. Yeah, fuck it. I think I'm gonna order a Timmy's. It's like the only really viable takeout choice here now. I don't know. I really dislike most takeout. Like McDonald's is actually vile. Our crossbows kind of finished. Crossbows are one of the strongest builds for sure. Definitely not finished. They're one of the stronger. Are you talking about Tim Hortons? Yeah. What Rax said recently resonated with me. It's still early access. We should be trying weird shit and trying out fun things and not chasing meta builds. It's not the same for everyone, but I agree with it. Yeah, I used to feel that way. It's not really early access anymore. The game isn't being treated... The only part of the game that is early access is the fact that they are saying it's early access, and then you kind of lose grounds to complain. Because they are saying, hey, the game's not finished. But in a lot of ways, it isn't early access too. Like, the game isn't being treated as early access by the developers or the players. So, it is and it isn't. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna have a burger, chicken burger. He's working with a 0.3 tree? Yeah, it's stupid. Annoying not to be able to theorycraft. I'd say it is for the devs, but not for the players. But if it was for the devs, then they would be doing radical changes mid-season. Hi, Shrew. Hey, I remember this conversation. Yeah, I think I initially disagreed with you, right? They kind of do radical changes mid-season? No, they don't. Yeah? Yeah, I initially disagreed with you. I don't anymore. I mean, I do still in a sense that at least they are saying it's an early access game, so you sort of do lose some of the right to complain. Because if you don't want to play a game that's early access, don't buy it, right? But it's not really being treated as an early access game by most. Waving the flag on towers mid-season was big. True, that was a pretty big change, but that's not build related. They literally changed the entire campaign layout a couple of days after 0.2. Huh? No, they didn't. That was 0.3. That's a big patch. They made entire zones smaller, but that has nothing to do with large changes with builds. Browser game for the PoE community. Halcyon. Is it that I made you something video? Alright, hold on. Let me watch it on Chrome so you guys have audio.
Hello and welcome. I just hit 5,000 subs and I was trying to think of a way to say thank you. And thank you, but I have something else. Something a little bit more interesting. In return for this 5,000 sub achievement that I've been really excited for last month, I have made you a gift. That's right, I've made it for you, and I think it would be really fun
me?
if other creators tried it. It is something that I'm not good at. I made it. I think it's good. I think it could expose me as someone who's not as knowledgeable at this game as I try to be, but let me show you what it is. This is a game I made called Name That Unique, and it's exactly what you think it is.
Southbound.
You type into the bar, Southbound, and you identify the item. And then it gives you a new item. And then it tracks your score and your round.
Alright, bet. Alright, bet. Do I have to have that? Is it that original scripture? Original. Oh, it auto-completes? Okay. That is way too easy. It auto-completes. Why does it auto-complete? Oh, fuck balls. Oh no, I spoke too soon! Too soon, Executus! Fucking Harbinger Unix! Ah, fuck. Okay, skip. The Pyre. Is it just Pyre? I thought it was that Pyre. Oh man. Okay, you know what? This is not as easy as I thought. I don't remember. It's some Impale unique. Fuck. I genuinely don't know. Oh my god. What the fuck? I don't even know. It's not a moon thing, is it? No. Fuck, dude. Oh my god. I'm quitting the game. I'm ending stream. I'll see you guys later.
Hey YouTube, Ziggy here. Hey guys, Isrin here. Hey everyone.
Okay, I've
So-
never seen some of these. I genuinely don't know what this is. Is this a heist item? There's no way that's Shadow Stitch. Is that Shadow Stitch? Do you know why the only reason I don't know that it's Shadow Stitch is because it's at fucking 6 sockets, so I can't see the fucking art. Oh my god, it's influence. Of course it is. Fuck me. Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. What the fuck is the Warcry helmet called? I'm so bad with names. It must be new. 30,000 hours, by the way. You have a hint button? Oh, okay. Oh, but that's so easy with the hint button. Oh my god. 50-50. Fuck, what is this called? Thank you, Tino.
No wonder your guides mostly rely on rare items. You
is
don't
that
know what
covering with
half the
something?
uniques are.
No, I'm actually on the skip. I can't remember. What was it? Oh, it's Melonies, but not Mechanism. That's not Anathema, right? Oh, it's Perfect Proxy. I knew that. I didn't know that. Edge? Oh, it's Shiver Sting. It looked a little one-handed. Nurture? Inception. Kill me. You know, this is embarrassing. The fuck is that ice staff called? Are you sure you have 35,000 hours? 30. I'm really bad memory-wise. Fuck, I can't remember. Oh, man. Stormheart. I have really bad memory, to be fair. Fuck names, bro. ADHD issues? Yeah. Oh. It's that one, right? Yeah. Rush Caldoris. That a hoop? loop, whatever. Oh, fuck off. I used that. Is it Rippling Thoughts or is it Rippling Thoughts? Let's flow untethered. Ma. This is surprisingly hard. I don't fucking remember the name of the Elder Wand. Its Hope Shredder is the bow. I don't fucking know. I don't know what the wand is called. Oh, fuck me, dude. I just know what everything does. Shimron? Yeah. The fuck is the Intimidate belt? Okay, now I'm like feeling really on the spot too. Oh, okay, that was kind of cheating because it has belt in the name and I knew that. I just forgot the deceiver part. Oh, that's the upgraded jewel. Transcendent Spirit. Dude, like, this is embarrassing. I have really bad memory though. Oh, I know this one. Crank. It's something crank. Spider. Fuck! Dude, I feel so on the spot now. I feel so on the spot. I'm not letting the chat. What the fuck is the spider called? Fenimel Plagued Arachnid. I feel so on the spot. I really have like bad memory when I'm on the spot. Oh, but which one is it? Let's test. I don't know which one it is. Fuck. Oh. This is fun though. I really like this. This is super good stalling content. This is super good stalling content. Rot something. Oh, rock cut. I don't remember the name of the fucking Elder Gloves. I know what all of them do. Bro, no idea. Oh. I've used all of these. Altered. Harvest. Plume. This is fun though. This is probably healthy for my brain anyway to actually remember things. There's not Abras. Abras looks different. Are they but it's not the Searing Exarch ones. Is it the Red Blade boots? No, they're like thicker. I'm gonna click a hint. I would have never guessed that without a hint. Never. Would you play map PoE? Guess if I made one? Yeah. I just used this. I just used this. No. Man, I can't remember. Fuck, dude. Fortress Covenant. Dude, my memory is shockingly bad. No, fuck, dude. Without a hint, like, I can always pick it out of a fucking list, but I've never seen this item in my life. That looks like a, Predator from Aliens vs. Predator. What the fuck is this? Huh? It's not Master the Stitch Demon. Different. I know what everything else is than that. What the fuck is Scales of Pewee? The Scales of Justice. What the fuck is that? Chiming Shield. It cannot be chanced. Only drops in the Lord's Labyrinth. 8 added fire damage per 100 max life or mana, whichever is lower. I've never seen this item in my life. That's easy. At floor 796. One sec. What's this? Huh? I am very confused. Why is this weird? The fuck is this? Infinite pop culture references. Okay. What's this one called? Stasis something? Pledge. Worm. Dorianis. Nice. Oh. No, I don't know. Rum shipper. Covenant. Hello, looks different. Calamity. Come, Calamity. Come everywhere. Never seen. No idea what you are. Bitterwine points, shield, storm charger, something else, Nebulock. Other drop, not that. It's probably Lost Unity. What the fuck is Lost Unity? Rent level 3. Oh, that's why I don't know. Read. Fail. This is really fun. The Iron Mask. Oh, I don't know what the Solaris shield is called. Oh, it's the combined one. What's Ice Tomb? God damn it. I need that. Ice Streak 25 rip. Is that the fucking well 0 to 50? Lance always uses this. Fucking power charge ring. I said it earlier for the other ring. I think, man. Nice something. Breath I used it. No, I can't fucking. Wait, what? I kind of broke it. Frost breath. Realm shaper. Wait, tremor rod. God damn it. Fuck me. I can't remember what the other amulet's called. Press it. Death and taxes. If you in the medium core when you guys die, you lose an item. Are support gems included? Gems aren't bound by items in PoE 2. I don't remember what this is called. Oh, that was easy. Springleaf. The tourist strikes again? Dude, I have so bad memory. No, it's not like, what's the bird called? Back a while. Fuck, I can't believe I forgot Perpetuum. This is crazy hard for me. I have so bad memory. Signal fire. Huh? Oh, right. I see. I did not see the goat of Tremerod. I just have really bad memory, dude. Pretty fun, actually. Disintegrator. It's a Tota item. So excited for food. Was there related items? Yeah. Fuck, I can't remember the name of this. Nom nom. Oh, I know what it does. I don't know, it's like super hard for me to remember names. This would actually. I don't know. It was really sweet because like, so my memory is so bad that quite often when I'm dating someone, there were several times where I would tell a girl like, by the way, my memory is so bad, it's a very likely chance I'll forget your name. Didn't go over very well. Very often that would not go over very well. But when I told my wife that, she said, I'll be your memory. That was really sweet. Fuck, I forgot my wife's name. No, I'm just kidding. But it was really nice. It was like a really good answer to that. Like she didn't mind that I would forget things. She was like, I'll help you. Whether this is him. Her name is Steel Mage. To marry her, I did. Where? Lord. I hate these. Alright, I might end here soon. This is fun though. This is a really fun minigame. I'll definitely play that more. I'm on a streak though, I should keep going. Ah, god damn it, I always mix them. Alright, well the streak's over. Anyway. Fuck me, I guess. I'm bad. This is streaking on stream. I know I jinxed it. Let me find somebody to ride. And yeah. Alright. Alright. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'll link it in chat. Just the game. It's super fun. Huh. Alright. I'll raid Fab Gunner. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Is he watching bait builds on YouTube? I feel like there's so much bait of people saying this X or Y is gonna be the best for the upcoming patch. I don't know if you guys have seen a lot of that, but I feel like we're seeing a lot of weird shit. A lot of weird shit. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Long stream tomorrow, actually. I'll be on for a while.
James is here.
Try to
Hey
die
guys,
less than I do.
Hey everyone. So I was literally just about to